Welcome back to the Modern Performance Audio channel. I'm happy today. Got Project Malicious back. Call it Project Malicious because I feel like this car is eventually going to end up hurting me one day. It might. I don't know. Steering wheel literally come disconnected one time when I was pulling out of a car show. The bolt just fell out, so that was fun. Luckily, it done it when it was pulling out, not when I was driving down the road. So here it is, guys. Here's my long-term, I don't know why I put a stereo in this car project. So here is my 79 two-door LS swapped, big brake, big tire, pain in my butt project car. I've gotten back into car audio, and I had not been in car audio in forever. And one day, you know, everything, the way things have gone, I have gotten back into it, and this was the only thing I had to put anything in. I didn't want to put anything in my truck over there because I want to get rid of the truck and sell it and get me another truck. And this was the most logical thing to do a project with. I should have just not put a stereo in this and bought me a project vehicle, because now that's what I want to do, is do an actual project vehicle. But what I want to do, I'll start off with in the front of the car and work my way back. Now, my wiring is horrendous, guys, and I know it is, but originally with the LS swap and all this crap that was in this car, it was just get everything done. I've been slowly picking at it, and this is what I'll tell you my plans for it this year, is to clean up a lot of the wiring, because last year, I think it was last year, I got this going beginning of last year, I got this going. And all I wanted to do was just get it going. I mean, everybody always talks about, yeah, you know, it's a work in progress. Well, no, I had no plans on it. It was just get it going, and then I was going to listen to it for a little while, because eventually I always end up changing stuff on this car. So I'll start out with, this is a X2 AGM battery. These are excellent batteries. There's a lot going on up here. So all my power wire is welding wire. I got actually given like 65 feet or 70 feet of 1/0. Guy wanted some stuff at work, and I was talking about I was going to pick up wire. He said, I got some from work and they didn't use it. Do you want it? I'm like, yes. So it was free wire. So I used all of that stuff in my system to run all my cables and all my stuff. So I couldn't beat free. So I just went ahead and used it. This is my, right here, this is my, oh crap, I use this to turn the circuit breaker. God, I couldn't think of it. I use the circuit breaker to turn my compressor off and on. The back does have a slow leak, and I shut this off. If I don't shut this off, then the compressor kicks on, and next thing I know, I got a dead battery. So I got 2 runs of 1/0 with some Hi-Fi Vega shrink wrap here, up to a JS 390. Now the original ones have a stud. Original alternators have a stud that comes off the back. This stud that comes on the front. So the hood comes down and boop, right on top of this. So me being me, it's either order a $600 cow hood or the original hood. We'll just massage this area a little bit, maybe, and we'll be able to close the hood after that. Hood's over here in the garage. You know, you've seen a million videos I've made. That is the actual hood of the car. I'm just going to massage it a little bit because I have these quick clips anyway that I put on this hood. And I've already butchered this hood anyway because I figure, you know what, it's my car. I'll do whatever the hell I want to it. Let's see if I can show you those. Now, these things are awesome. I had the original hood pins, but those things right there, you know, they're kind of ricer. You know, you see them on every Ricer car out there, but they work great. They're quick and easy. You know, click, click, and your hood's up. Now, I went back to yes, this is really far away from the battery, but as you see, I don't really have a whole lot of places to put a fuse within a foot of the battery without getting into this tire here. So here's my Jim's Machine Works. Got a little story about that too. Jim's Machine Works fuse holder, going into a single 4/0 that goes down there and through the center console of the car. Now, why am I doing a single 4-aught? Because I had won an auction over in Indianapolis for, I think it was about 50 or 55 feet of 4-aught, or a box that had 4-aught cable in it. I bought that 4-aught cable for $5. And again, I'm going to use it. So I used it. So I figured a single 4-aught cable was good for two 3500 watt amps. So let's work our way back to the inside here. Let's get in the car. So got me an Alpine head unit, which I had, I made this. This is actually steel. I had a Blaupunk in there, the one that Derek did on his channel a long time ago, and it was a great head unit. It connected fast and everything was awesome about it, but it eventually ended up dying. It did not last long, and I mean, what do you expect from like a $15 head unit? This is my fuse block for my car. So raise the car up. Yeah, we're going up right now. This is my little Larry's. I bought this a long time ago, Touche airbag setup. These things are, you can't find these no more, and everybody loves these things, and now they're worth like a mint. So Alpine head unit, because I hadn't had an Alpine in years, and I just wanted an Alpine. Sky high bass knob, which I got this from them at the Slamology show. I think it was last year or whatever. Now guys, my wiring is horrendous back here. Like I said, I just wanted to get it going. Let's see if I can get it. There is my two Sundown SIA 3500s right there. And if you can look underneath the seat, there's an Alpine 4-channel amp underneath there. That runs all my CT Sounds 5 1/4 in my door with crossovers and tweeters here. And then I have some 6 1/2s in the center, right here in the center of the dash, behind my Holley Terminator X. I pull that out, and I got two 6 1/2s up in there. Eventually, I'm gonna switch that out. I'm gonna take those out. I'm gonna put 6. I'm gonna make some either kick panels or make some pods for the doors, and because I have a set of CT Sound 6 1/2s that's gonna go in the doors along with the 5 1/4s. I will absolutely not. No, you don't want to see in there because it's horrible. It's a bunch of wiring. I didn't do anything in there. Now, let's go to this side of the car. So we go from our battery, we come back here, and we have our Ioxus capacitor bank behind the seat here. We have our Jim's Machine Works fuse holder here. He sent me the wrong cover. I let him know about it. He said I would send you another one. As you can see, I still have the old cover because he never sent me the other one. I messaged to him twice. He kept saying, send me your receipt. I want to see it, blah, 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 blah. I said, I've already did that. Finally, I just gave up. So, yeah. So, here's my two 1-aughts that run over to my SIAs. And now we come to speaker box. This is 4 American Bass XFL 1244s. Now, I told you guys that this box right here was bad. And the reason I say it's bad, here's the port. I don't know if you guys can kind of get a good look in there. This box is only about 8 cubes. The way my car is shaped, there's a hump here in the middle for the drive shaft. It comes up and back. You guys have seen my video where I talked about how all the weird angles are in this box. By the time it's said and done, this box is only about 8 cubes. It's not that big. And really, I would have loved to have about, I don't know, probably 10 to 15, I guess, depending on how much airspace I want it. But this box is not big enough for these, in my personal opinion, for these 412s. So eventually what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to seal this off. I'll probably seal this off and run this as a sealed box in the future. I might just make a plug for the port and plug the port off, or I might end up just taking the port off the box and plugging it up. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I think it'd probably be better as a sealed box than it would be as a porta box right now. I did not want to cut. I hate not, people have they like direct tinsel leads. I don't like direct tinsel leads, guys. I didn't want to cut these. Some of these are either really long or really short, depending on my application on where they bolt. Because I put my connectors right here, okay? So all my connectors run to here for the speakers down here. It runs down to here into another set of connectors, and this is where these run. So I didn't want to cut these because I didn't want one like extremely short and one extremely long. That's what I didn't like about it. Look how dirty this is. I literally just brought this out. I haven't even cleaned the car yet. So direct leads, not for me. I would clean this wiring up, but I don't want to cut any of it. It's either that or just bundle it up and just, this is how it's got to be. So no direct leads for me from now on. Any speaker I buy will have push connects. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much the gist of the whole system. Eventually it's going to get some 6.5, some extra 6.5s. I really would like to switch that 4-channel out for like a 6-channel. I was looking at those Sundown. I think they got a 6. I'm pretty sure they got a 6-channel. I want to, that's what's going to be my content this summer. You're going to see a lot of this car of me fixing a lot of stuff that I should have fixed a long time ago, or things I should have did differently, or things I want to do differently to this car. This year, I want to drive this car a lot more. I said last year I want to drive this car a lot more, and I think I drove it maybe 5 or 6 times, and I just drove it to town. And I want to be able to take this car to shows because I feel like I've worn out everything around me. It's the same cars, the same people, the same things. I want to go to someplace else. I want to go see new stuff. I want people to say, well, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Or your stuff looks like trash. Or, hey, it sounds good. Whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I just want to do something different. And I don't have a trailer. That's one thing I should buy is a trailer, car trailer, and start, toting this thing around. And eventually that's what I'm going to do. Fix my problems, get a little bit more drivable, change up a few things, buy a different truck, buy a car trailer, and that's my plan. So I hope, this car really, I'm hoping in the future, here shortly, to have an actual dedicated, I want to do a dedicated SPL project. I want to do a car that is just stereo. That's all it's made for. That's all it's going to do. That's all my intention is for that car is just stereo. I used to be, back in the day, I was always the guy that had the loudest system. But my loudest system was always end up being my daily driver. And anybody that has a very, very loud system knows that anytime your daily driver is also your demo vehicle, it takes a big toll on the vehicle you put it in, gas money, and unless you're starting off with some decent sized vehicle or whatever that's used to hauling around, it'd be like you basically towing max rating all the time, if you really build out a decent vehicle. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to come home, jump in the demo vehicle, maybe drive it to town, go give demos, throw it on a trailer, take it to Slamology, take it down to the Sundown show, whatever I want to do, and just have fun with it. I'm getting older. I just want to have fun with things now. I don't want to spend my every day working on my stuff. I want to go meet people. I want to enjoy things. I want them to enjoy what I have. I want to talk to people. I want to get out. I'm tired of this the same stagnant in this town. Same people, same cars, same shows, same stories. There's a guy that, one of these car shows I go to, I can remember when I was like 10 years old, my dad bringing me over to his house because he had just painted his car. And that's when Pro Street was real hot and heavy. This car looks exactly the same as it does from 35 years ago. Exactly the same. I cannot believe how well this man has taken care of this car. I mean, it's exactly as it was 35 years ago. And he takes it to, like, I bet you it's been in 1,500 shows over the last 35 years, because that's all he does is just take it to these small shows. And I mean, good for him, but it's the same thing every time. I'd have to have some variety. But anyway, I'm getting off track. There's my stereo, guys. There's my mediocre 412s. You know, what, 7,000 watts maybe. I would consider this kind of bottom tier to a lot of you guys' stuff. It's, you know, it's maybe high 140s. I would be very surprised if it was a low 150. It might be a 50 just for the simple fact that box is tuned kind of high. And it really, you know, the lows, not so much, but you start getting into that mid-range, that kind of high bass, start getting you a little choked up. I'm going to play around with it, tune it a little bit. I like to set stuff and forget it. That's how I am when it comes to stereo or anything. Set it, forget it. I don't want to mess with it again. Once I do it once, I got more things I have to get done. And when I set up a stereo or whatever I do, I like to set it up. Don't mess with it again. I don't want to touch it. I want to turn the volume knob up and down. That's it. I don't want to do squat to it. I want to wipe it off every once in a while. And that's it. That goes for this car, any of my projects, whatever. Once I'm done with it, working on it, you've gotten my time. That's the way it's going to be. And this is the only project I have right now, so I can't. It's not like I can work on something else. I got a truck over there. I could start that project, or I could start a car project, or whatever. I don't know. You see how much space I have. This is how much space I have to work in. One car. When there's a car in here, you got to take something out. So, all right, guys. There's my Mullen Performance audio channel video. I'll probably try to put these up. Maybe one tomorrow, maybe one Monday. I don't know. I'll do 1 and 1 or something. But there's a little bit of content for you. I'll start working on this thing. Maybe I'll clean it up today and just give her a bath. Post some pictures on my Facebook. Check out my Facebook too. And talk to you guys later.